It was a cold and silent Christmas Eve many years ago. The air was chilling and the quiet seemed to echo in every corner of our cozy home. I remember the house being lightly decorated, wrapped in the warm embrace of twinkling fairy lights, and the scent of hot apple cider wafting through the air. Christmas was more than just a holiday for us. It was a time for family, love, and togetherness. A time when heartwarming traditions were passed down through generations. I was just a young boy then, my heart throbbing with excitement and brimming with a sense of wonder. The essence of childhood innocence still clung to me. The sheer thrill of the festive season had me wide awake, curiosity pulsating wildly within me. The night had grown deeper. The world outside our windows was hushed and peaceful. The snowflakes falling silently, gently kissing the ground. The Christmas tree stood majestically in the corner, surrounded by beautifully wrapped gifts waiting to unveil their secrets. As the clock struck midnight, a sense of anticipation washed over me. I held my breath, listening to the tick-tock of the clock that seemed to echo my own heartbeat. Irresistibly, I was drawn to the mystery and magic of the hour. With soft footsteps, I began to sneak downstairs, driven by the innocent desire to catch a glimpse of the elusive Santa Claus. I wanted to see the man known only in stories and songs, the man who made the holiday season magical. I couldn't resist the urge to sneak downstairs and catch a glimpse of Santa Claus. My parents were fast asleep, blissfully ignorant of the nocturnal escapade that I was about to undertake. Their rhythmic breathing was the only sound in the otherwise silent house, a stark contrast to the adrenaline-fueled beats that my heart was drumming in my chest. As I began to carefully navigate my way down the steps, the creaking of the wooden stairs beneath my tiptoes echoed through the quiet, adding to the symphony of fear and excitement that was now composing itself within me. The plush carpet under my feet felt cold, a reminder of the chill outside which had invaded our warm, cozy home. Each step I took was calculated, my senses heightened in the stillness of the late-night hour. Shadows danced on the walls cast by the flickering light of the fireplace, adding an eerie layer to the solitude. The house sighed in its sleep, the old wooden structure groaning gently as if aware of my sneaky endeavor. The further I descended, the louder the soft crackling of the fireplace became, its comforting, homely sound slicing through the otherwise oppressive silence. The house was eerily quiet, except for the soft crackling of the fireplace. I reached the living room and there he was, sitting by the Christmas tree. A sight I had only seen in storybooks was unfolding right in front of me. A large, jolly figure, mirroring the illustrations of Santa Claus, in all his glory. Clothed in that unmistakable, vibrant shade of red, a suit that spoke volumes of numerous Christmas nights spent spreading joy across the globe. The suit seemed to sparkle, almost glisten, under the faint glow of the room's dim lighting, adding a sense of magic to the entire scene. There was something incredibly comforting about his presence. His long white beard, a sign of his age, flowed down to his chest, resembling a snow-covered mountain peak. Every stroke of his beard told a different tale of Christmas cheer, a testament to his timelessness. His eyes twinkled with a warm, gentle light, emanating an aura of kindness and love that could be felt across the room. I was standing there, gazing at the embodiment of Christmas itself. His aura was mesmerizing. It was as if time had stopped and everything around us didn't exist. This was a moment I would cherish forever. Here was Santa Claus, the symbol of the magic of Christmas, sitting in my own living room. I couldn't believe my eyes. I had left him a plate of cookies and a glass of milk, just as tradition dictated. I had done this with the innocence of a child, motivated by the heartwarming tales of a jolly old man who traveled the world in a single night, bringing joy to millions. As the chill of the winter night seeped through the windows, the cookies on the plate emanated a warm, inviting aroma, a smell reminiscent of home and love. They were meticulously baked, each one a perfect circle with chunks of dark chocolate embedded within. A glass of milk stood next to the plate, its creamy white color contrasting starkly with the dark wooden table. I had poured it just right, just as the stories told me Santa liked it. It was a silent night. Not a creature was stirring, until a noise jolted me awake. I crept downstairs, my heart pounding in my chest, my breath hitching. What I saw next was a sight that would forever change my perception of this beloved tradition. Santa was devouring the cookies, crumbs falling from his mouth and gulping down the milk with an insatiable thirst. I stood frozen, unable to move or make a sound. The living room, dimly lit by the flickering Christmas tree lights, seemed to hold its breath. The cozy space, once filled with warmth and laughter, suddenly felt alien, filled with a chilling, ominous presence. Santa, the jolly figure of my childhood, was in the room. He turned his head slowly with a deliberate and patient grace that was almost predatory. The red suit, the snowy beard, the round belly, everything was as the stories had always told. But his eyes, those were different. They met mine across the room and locked in a silent exchange. There was something in his gaze that could not be denied, something so profoundly disturbing, something that caused a primal fear to course through my veins, making my blood run cold. It was a look of warning, of danger, of unspoken threats. I swallowed hard, my heart pounding in my chest like a trapped bird. The reality dawned upon me, a realization that was both terrifying and undeniable. I knew then that I wasn't supposed to see him. In that moment, time seemed to stand still. The world around me was motionless, an eerie silence fell over the room. There was a sudden shift in the atmosphere, a chill in the air that was impossible to ignore. The jovial Santa, who moments ago was the epitome of joy and holiday spirit, was transformed into an intimidating figure. His usual rosy cheeks seemed to lose their color, and his twinkling blue eyes appeared to darken. The cheerful smile, which was once comforting, now twisted into a menacing grin, like a predator toying with its prey. His red suit, which previously exuded warmth and merriment, now seemed terrifying and ominous. Santa then let out a low, chilling laugh that reverberated around the room. His laughter was devoid of any joy. Instead, it was filled with a haunting delight. The sound bounced off the walls, echoing through the room, filling me with a sense of dread I had never felt before. I turned and ran as quickly as my legs would allow, pounding up the stairs towards the sanctuary of my room. My heart pounded in sync with my footsteps, each thud reverberating through the stillness of the night. My lungs seized with each breath, the cold winter air stinging like a swarm of needles, threatening to pierce my raw throat. My hands, slick with a cold sweat, fumbled with the door handle, and with a final desperate tug, I managed to fling the door open, throw myself inside, and slam it shut. Panting heavily, I leaned against the solid door, my only barrier from the unknown danger lurking below. Every creak of the old wooden house sounded like a gunshot in the dreadful silence. I locked the door behind me, my trembling hands barely managing to turn the key. In the terrifying stillness that followed, I could hear a sound that chilled me to my very core. It was a slow, deliberate sound that echoed through the halls, making the floorboards groan in protest. A sound that signified impending doom. It was Santa's heavy footsteps, slowly making their way up the stairs. But somehow, I was lucky. I know it's strange to use the word lucky in a context like this, to associate it with such a terrifying and spine-chilling experience. Yet it's the only word that fits. I, who somehow eluded the malevolent shadow that misted over the joy of Christmas. I, who lived to tell the tale, unperturbed by the cloak of death that could have easily enveloped me. The tale that I recount isn't an ordinary one. It's a tale that breathes life into the stuff of nightmares. A tale of horror that would make even the bravest souls shudder. Mystery enshrouded it, like the foggy winter night when it all happened. I never saw Santa Claus again after that fateful night, not in the cheerful Christmas carols that echoed in our neighborhood or in the glistening decorations that adorned every house. Over the years, I have tried to erase the memory of his sinister presence, to forget the terror-stricken face that lay beneath the cheerful, rosy-cheeked disguise of Santa. But it's impossible. The mere thought of it sends a chill down my spine, a reminder of the terror that once was. Even though years have passed, the memory is still vivid, as if it were just yesterday. The haunting eyes, the sinister smile, it still lurks in the corners of my mind, shrouded in the gloom of that horrifying night. I never saw Santa again after that night, but the memory of his sinister presence still haunts me to this day. So as you gather around the Christmas tree this year, remember to be cautious. This tale of warmth, laughter, and goodwill has a deep-seated lore that many of us unknowingly celebrate. It's not just about the glittery ornaments glimmering in the soft glow of twinkling lights or the beautifully wrapped gifts that lay beneath the lush green branches. It's about a character that is as iconic as the holiday itself, Santa Claus. This jolly old man with his rosy cheeks and belly that shakes like a bowl full of jelly is a symbol of cheer and selfless giving. Yet, we should remember that folklore and myth can have different faces, and our beloved Santa is not exempt from this. Santa Claus, with his jovial laugh and sack full of presents, is indeed an enigma. Who is the real man beneath that iconic red suit and flowing white beard? Is he truly a symbol of joy and happiness? Or is there something more, something hidden beneath that jovial facade? Is our perception of him shaped by the childhood stories we've heard? Or is there a reality that we are yet to uncover? These are questions that we should ponder upon as we celebrate this festive occasion. So, this Christmas, as you hang your stockings and lay out cookies and milk, remember to view Santa with a knowing eye. For Santa Claus may not always be the jolly old man we believe him to be. Who knows what darkness lies behind that red suit and white beard? This Christmas, may you find joy and happiness, an overwhelming dose of love and warmth that engulfs your heart, spreading through your veins like a welcome winter fire, wrapping you fully in its comforting embrace. But look, this festive season isn't only about merriment. Let's add a sprinkle of mystery, a dash of the unknown, the mesmerizing and inevitable part of this enchanting holiday. When the world outside is blanketed in snow and the fireplace is crackling with warmth, remember to stay vigilant. The night is long, much longer than our usual nights. It stretches out, reaching its dark tendrils towards the flickering candlelight, casting eerie shadows that dance and play upon the walls. The shadows deepen, shaping into ghoulish silhouettes, whispering tales of old, of love, of loss, of things both wonderful and terrible. They are the forgotten remnants of the day, seeking solace in the quiet of the night, bleeding tales into the silent darkness. And sometimes, the most chilling stories are the ones that remain untold. These are the tales that creep into our dreams, seeping into our consciousness, leaving us with a lingering sense of unease, a chill that settles deep within our bones. Each tale is an echo, a ripple in the fabric of reality, hinting at the unseen, the unheard, the unspoken. So let the music of the season fill your hearts, let the laughter and cheer echo around you. But remember, when the last carol fades away and the final gift is unwrapped, what truly makes this season magical are the stories that remain, the stories that are yet to be told.